Hey guys, today I have a matching Whirlpool Gold Series direct drive washer and electric dryer, and right now I've got it set up, filling up. Pretty good sized load. I call that large or maybe extra large load. You've got a spot there to put your bleach, and it's getting filled up right now with warm water. I've got it set to warm. Of course, I go through and test all of these out, about 4 loads to get everything thoroughly tested. And then on the last one, which this is the last load here, I do a video so you can see, as if you're standing here yourself checking it out, everything on it's working perfect. So I've got it set to regular. We're going to do high as far as the agitation select. So it's going to agitate fast and hard, essentially is what that means, versus you can set it over here for delicates. And what that means is this agitator here, it'll spin freely in one direction and not back the other direction. That's how you know this is working properly. If it spins freely in both directions, then you'd know you'd have an issue here. But as far as how this thing kicks and how it agitates, sometimes it can go kind of hard and fast. Others go real slow for your delicate items. And I'll show you that once it's filled up. I've got a lid lock bypass switch on here, so I can lift this up and it's going to keep running. However, when you get it home, I would have just essentially taken that bypass plug off. That way, when you lift this up, you hear that click. You hear that click right there? That's going to be your safety switch to shut the machine down. So I'm going to be able to show you that everything's working as it moves along. When you get home and you lift this up, it's going to kill the machine. So it's a nice safety feature, but for the testing purposes, I do it so you can see everything's working perfect. So I'm going to let it fill all the way up with water. And then we'll come back and I'll show you that it agitates. Then it's going to drain the water out. As it moves into the rinse cycle, it'll fill all the way back up with fresh water, drain that out once it's done agitating, and then we'll be on to the final spin cycle. So I'll kind of try to keep this video as short as possible, but I'll show you those marks as we go along the cycle there. So we will come back. All right, and here we have it agitating. See what I mean by it agitating pretty fast and hard there. And what it's doing is it's vortexing those clothes down along those fins, and there's fins on the bottom as well. Then the clothes push back up along the sides, and it just does this vortexing cycle. That's how these clothes get clean. Now if we take this switch here and I switch it to, say, low, now check out, the speed has slowed way down. And then we can also go extra low. Now it's going super slow for those super delicate items. Really cool feature that this one has. I'm going to turn that all the way back up. Cool. So next I'll show you that the water drains out like it's supposed to. All right, we're moving out of the wash cycle into the rinse cycle. You can hear it draining the water out nice and fast. It's getting started. Once it drains all the water out and spins to extract all that soapy water, it'll fill back up with fresh water. I'm going to give this just a sec to get up to full spin on the wash/rinse. Okay, so we're on that first spin, and it's up to speed now, spinning nice and fast, doing a great job extracting that soapy water, the used up water. Next, it'll fill up with fresh water during the rinse cycle, agitate for a bit, and then we'll be on to the final spin cycle, which is what I'll come back for next. But I just wanted you to see that first spin. You see it sounds great, nice and quiet, spinning nice and fast and balanced. It's good to go. Now we are agitating on the rinse cycle. See, fresh clean water there. Looks great. And here in just a sec, we will show off the matching electric dryer. Okay, we're moving out of the rinse cycle now, draining for that final spin. See here. Once it gets all that water drained out, it'll launch into the spin cycle. All right, now it's getting started with that final spin. Looks like it's got kind of a final rinse going there as well. longer it goes and extracts the water out of those clothes, the faster it'll go. See where we're at right there, getting close to the end. It's gonna spin for a while, getting faster and faster as it goes. But the important thing is that you see here that it sounds great, spinning nice and fast. Nice, smooth, and balanced. And working perfect. So I'll let that finish up, getting all the water out of those clothes, and we'll move over to the dryer. Okay, we have got the washer completely cleaned out now, and I have put the lid switch back together, so now when you open this, it's going to shut the machine down. That's all set back up. Now we move over to the matching electric dryer. I've got it running here just on time dry. You've got a heavy duty dry, then you can drop from 70 all the way down to right here's 20 minutes. So right now I've just got it set to time dry high heat here, because you do have several heat options. You can even do an air dry, no heat, for super delicate items, and it just kind of goes up from there. We've got that set to 90 minutes. You also have an end of cycle switch, so you can turn that off. That's great if you have kids sleeping or pets. You don't want that noise to be going off during the day. And then we just push to start. It's running right now. It's nice and quiet, and it'll actually be even quieter once you have your vent hose on the back, kind of muffles that blower motor sound. But I'm gonna show you that it is in fact heating like it's supposed to. So right in between those two red dots, it takes a surface temperature measurement. This is about 81 degrees on top of the dryer. If we shine it on the concrete floor, it's a little cooler down there at 77. So we'll go ahead and open this up. You see everything's tumbling. We've got the light on. Now right inside that heating element tube, there's plenty of heat coming out of that tube right there. That in turn is going to heat the inside of your dryer up anywhere from about 95 to 195 degrees. Just depends on how long it's been running and what you hit the heat setting at here. So we'll go ahead and hit start. I'm gonna let that finish up. I'll go ahead and get these listed up for sale. Now you know everything on them works perfect. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'll have all the details in the listing description. But I do appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. Thanks, you guys have a great day.